Hi, welcome back, KLowInspire followers. I know I haven't been around in a while, and I have some information to tell you on why I've been MIA. Okay, I know I'm silly. It's me. So, we are ending the month of May. This year has really passed us by. Like, literally, we're about to be in summer already. And I feel like the year just started. Where has the year gone? And so, of course, everyone knows that May is Mental Health Month. And so I came to talk to you about some of my own mental challenges lately that I have been going through. Tired. Sis has been tired, okay? Just tired. Life has been lifing. And honestly, it's going around right now. I don't know what it is. I'm not big on astrology, so I don't know if it's like something's in retrograde or the stars and moon not aligning right. I don't know because I'm not the astrology person. But it is a lot of people just going through hard times and looking at the state that our world is in right now. It's just, we just have to pray. If you believe in God and the power of prayer or whatever higher spiritual being you believe in, baby, it's time to call on them. And I mean, call. I mean, if you can't say the words with your mouth, baby, when you think it in your head, God hears it. He knows your heart. So don't feel like that. I don't know how to pray. I can't get the right words out. Baby, whatever you thinking in your heart, God knows it already. And with this being Mental Health Month, I have the world's greatest therapist. I love her. Even when I moved away from the Atlanta area and I came back, she was still right here to pick me back up and help me navigate this thing called life. And I love it. And mental health is so important because it's not always that I'm depressed or I'm sad, I'm lonely. No, it's just sometimes you just need a different ear, shoulder, outside opinion to talk to. And so I'm very grateful for my therapist because right now, with everything that I'm going through, she is helping me navigate these rough waters and what is causing sis to be extra tired and sleepy and not always feeling my best. No, it's not my HIV. Baby, we got that checked out, mark that thing good. All right, immune system in there, boop, 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 fighting. Viral load, undetectable. If you don't know what undetectable means, please look it up. Undetectable. I cannot transmit my HIV to anybody else. My sexual partners, if I was to become pregnant, because the viral load is so low in my body that I cannot transmit it. U equals U. As always, the US of A is very late to adapt new things in science. So U equals U has been around in the UK and European countries for a while. So luckily we are now bringing it on across the waters over here to let people know that U equals U. I'm undetectable. I cannot transmit my HIV to anybody. And so with it not being my HIV, you're like, well, Kennedy girl, what's wrong? Well, y'all, let me tell y'all, Kennedy was trying to figure this out too. And sometimes I'm a very good advocate for myself when I don't feel well. And I know that if a medical provider is like, oh, it's just such, no, this not that. This is not it. I know my body. And I know myself, like, this is not it. And sis has become a human pincushion, okay? Because let's try this. Oh, that checked out clear. Let's test you for this. Oh, that checked out clear. And originally, we really thought that a lot of my insomnia, sleepless nights, my pain, left side issues was the result of a car accident I was in 2022. All of the tests and treatment and scans that I've been going through under my spinal doctor, they're beautiful. They're clean. There's nothing. But yet I still live in pain. I still battle insomnia. until it turned up that I ended up in the hospital. And it was scary because I've never stayed overnight in the hospital for my own accord. Now, whether I've spent overnight with a loved one or visiting somebody, I have never had to have an overnight stay victim. Encounter. Even with my car accidents, it was MRI, X-rays, medication, follow up with your spinal doctor. Boom, you release. And so they were like, no, we got to keep you for observation. And because I do know how to advocate for myself, I listed off some of the things that were wrong because I was having an excruciating headache. And my migraine medicine wasn't working. I was actually headed to a friend's house. And she was like, well, just come lay down for a while. And then if, after 30 minutes, you're not feeling good, then we'll go to the ER. And literally, I'm in her subdivision, and I'm like, no, sis, no, I can't wait. I can't. I'm going to turn around and head to the ER. And I did go to the ER. ER doctor was about to write me off like, oh, okay, it just seems like, maybe a bad migraine. We'll treat you some medicine and send you. No, sis, we're not doing that either because this is not it. And luckily, they put me in a room, and the other ER doctor came in, was talking to me, and was really listening to the things that I was saying, and was like, okay, yeah, we're going to run some scans and some other tests. And because my head was hurting so bad, he was like, you want me to cut off the light? I was like, please. And I literally, I never go in like the ER doctor's office without a jacket because I get cold very easy. And so I literally like pulled up the jacket over my head and stuff because my head was hurting so bad. And they would come in and wake me up like, okay, we're going to wheel you down for this. Bring me back. Doctor had prescribed some medicine for me. I was very grateful because that did help alleviate some of my pain. And they were like, well, what makes this different from your other migraines? And I'm like, it's hurting, okay? It is hurting like somebody was stabbing me in my head hurting. And I told them that there was a point where I recently had an MRI and I have lesions on the left side of my brain, and that my neurologist thought that it could have been MS, and then that maybe as the MS was kicking on, my HIV suppressed it. And so the emergency room doctor was like, okay, so we're going to get you back for MRI. We're going to get you back for a CT scan. And baby, I was wheeled here, wheeled there, doing this, doing that. And I am glad to say that we found an answer. And it was like, okay, well, we're going to have to keep you overnight in our observation unit to give the doctors enough time to review all your tests and scans and to make sure that, you leave here, if not feeling better or feeling like completely healed, but you're at least feeling better and well enough to go home. And I had to spend the night in the observation unit. And I wasn't used to that. If I'm not traveling at a family or a friend's house spending the night or something, I'm used to being in a comfortable zone, okay? And being in the observation unit with, at the time, I think it might have been like 4 or 5 beds filled. There was a lot of room and space, so we were all spaced out. And in between like the middle of the night with me going to the restroom, I woke up and I'm like, where did all these people come from? Like, oh my God, it's a lot. It's a lot of us here now. And literally, it really was like a lot of people. But so the next morning when the hospital doctor came in to talk to me, he was like, yeah, a neurologist went over your scans and things, and he want to have some other tests and things done. And it looks like you might have MS. And so they did a spinal tap. And because of my medical technologist background, I knew what a spinal tap was. And that's where they insert a needle into your spinal cord to pull the fluid to test the fluid. Yeah, it hurt. Okay. And the doctor had to go in 3 times before he finally found a good enough spot to pull fluid. And so, oh my gosh, it hurt. And it was funny because this is a procedure they did right at my bedside. So it wasn't like I had to go have some invasive surgery or something. No. The nurse came in and prepped me and, of course, gave me all the nice pain medication to make me a little loopy. But I still had to be present to move and be still for when the doctor was inserting the needle, of course, in my back. And it was funny, the nurse was sitting in front of me trying to talk to me and distract me. And I was like, oh, this cute. But I really wanted to tell her, girl, shut up talking to me because this hurt. Like, girl, I don't want to talk to you. Like, my back hurt, okay? Like, bro, got this needle back here. And me being a glutton for punishment because I like to know what's going on, I wanted to see the size of the needle before and everything. So, yeah, I'm weird. And then because I know what it looks like sometimes for people who might have infections in their spinal fluid and things, to see what a cloudy, milky substance, spinal fluid looks like. All of my tubes came out perfectly clean and clear. Perfectly clean and clear. And I was like, okay, girl, because then I knew that this was good. It didn't come out bloody. So I knew that this would probably be good for when it was time to go to the lab for testing. And it did turn out good, y'all. And so the recourse for that, for me to recover, was to, of course, they gave me more medicine. So I was floating. And then I had to lay prone, which is straight out. And because my back was hurting, the doctor was like, okay, you can lay on ice. So the nurse fixed me an ice pack. And zoop, I was gone, out like a light. And I woke up to the doctor trying to come back and talk to me. And I'm like, no. Shake me again, try to. And if I had the strength and the willpower, I'd have been like, doc, bro, maybe give me an hour or something when you know that this medicine gonna taper off. Because, bro, you making me open my eyes and try to formulate words to you. It was not working. It was not working. And in between this time, I also saw that 2 of my best friends were sitting by my bedside. The morning of, one of my best friends was like, no, I'm on my way. I'm coming out. I gotta check on you. My other best friend packed up her work stuff since she works remote, and she was beside me working. And I was forever grateful to wake up to have them at my bedside and to be there to support me, because a lot of times that means a lot. Even though I am very proactive in my healthcare, it just meant a lot to be surrounded by love. I am not one of the best patients, okay, because I could be hurting. And sometimes it has to take me for the pain to get extremely painful before I reach over to take my medication, okay? Yeah, I am one of those people. And they be like, you know that once it gets this bad, it's going to take a while for it to kick in and for you to feel better. Yeah, I do know that. And I still do it. Okay, I do. And it's sad. But it's like, I'm tired. Sis is tired. And so it has been confirmed that I am living with MS. And it was funny because when the hospital neurologist came in to talk to me to go over the results and things, by this time I had really seen a lot of the results already in my portal. And that's a bad thing because it can confuse people who don't understand what some of the terminology and tests mean. But some of the things that I didn't mean, I did know that I could ask the doctor, like, okay, definitively, what is this saying? Definitively, what was this extra test that you did? Because this might have been a specialized test that I was not familiar with. And so he came in, great doctor, had a wonderful, funny conversation with him. And talking about, okay, what is the course of treatment until I can follow up with my neurologist? And he said, well, either I can keep you here for 3 days and we treat it hard with steroids, or we can give you a big dose of steroids and we let you go home. So if you know Kennedy and you know how Kennedy loves Kennedy, Kennedy loves good food. Doc, why must I stay here 3 days and have to eat this meal? Breakfast, lunch, and dinner? No, I had already asked my best friend to bring me in food. So when I woke up, I had a nice plate of good food on my bedside table waiting for me, okay? And I was like, Doc, would you like to stay here for 3 days and eat the food? He's like, nah. I said, Doc, I used to work here. The food isn't good as staff. The food isn't good as a patient. And you think I'm going to volunteer myself to stay here for 3 more days to have to eat this stuff? No. We're going to go with door number 2. I'm going to take this nice boast of medication and I'm going to coast and ease my way on home, okay? And I was very grateful that my best friend made sure I got home safely. Got a clean shower, got to brush my teeth, because you don't have those options in the observation unit. You in this, big, almost like ER type room where, I have my own private closed curtain. And it was nice, calm, and peaceful, though. It was very needed. Just the quietness because of how bad I was feeling. Just the nice, peaceful quietness. Until somebody came in about 4 a.m. And I was just looking like, you just woke all of us up. Like, it's too early for this. Like, the nurses and them haven't even came in to get our vitals yet. This too much, ma'am. But you have those patients everywhere you go. And so mentally, having to stand up and advocate for myself in this whole process, I'm glad to know the answer to everything that has been going on with me and why I've been feeling the way I have been feeling. Like, can sleep 6, 7, 8, 10 hours and wake up still tired. Like, why? What is wrong? Hormone levels were checked. Everything was looking good. Vitamin D. We know in the African American community, we also know as African American women, there are a lot of things that we are prone to health-wise, genetically predisposed. And so these type of tests don't have high blood pressure, kidneys, liver, every organ is functioning fine. What is wrong? And to know that since you have MS, stress is not good because it further causes my headaches to be, oh my gosh, excruciating and bad. Even while right now I am waiting for my insurance to approve the treatment center that I chose to receive my infusions, this process has been a headache. And everybody, we know how insurance is, whether it's home insurance, whether it's car insurance. Insurance is taxing and it's a headache. I am very grateful, though, that the medication I chose, their team is very concerned and they stay involved with my care. And so they'll call me and check on me weekly. They keep me updated to let me know that, hey, this is what's going on. This is what happened that went wrong. Okay, we've corrected it. We'll check back with them in 3 business days. We'll check back in with you on the same day to let you know how that call go. So I am very grateful for the Okravist team. Patient advocacy is amazing, okay? Like, I've never had any type of medication, pharmaceutical company reach out and offer this type of support that they have. And it is amazing, and I am grateful. And I made sure that the nurse who is over my case, the patient advocate who was over my case, I made sure that she knew that. I thank you all. I've never had a pharmaceutical company like stay this involved and check in on me as much. And even when I'm like, it's still taking so long, I'm hurting. And she's like, I know, I'm so sorry. And it comes to whereas until I start these infusions, my doctor can give me a steroid prescription. But I cannot take too many steroids because it contradicts my HIV treatment. And we know Kennedy loves Kennedy, okay? Kennedy loves Kennedy. And so whatever that middle line that my MS and my HIV have to meet to make sure that Kennedy is here, we gonna meet, and we gonna make sure that Kennedy continues to be here. And so I was already in the portal when I was in the hospital to my HIV doctor to say that, hey doc, it's been confirmed. Do I need to get back on another different medication along with the antiretroviral therapy, which is what HIV medication is called, that I'm already on? And he's like, no, Kennedy, for right now, you're good. Your viral load good, your CD4 good. He's like, Kennedy, you're good. All right, doc, because we know Kennedy love Kennedy. And I'm going to make sure that if I have to take this every 8-week shot and go back to an oral form medication, that's a medication that I'm going to take. I might be slow to take the pain medication and slow to take the nerve medication. But I'm going to take that antiviral retrotherapy medication, okay? So I show up on time enough for those shots. And if I have to go back on that pill, baby, I'm going to pop it like a Skittle. But take time for yourself. Love yourself. If you don't know how to advocate for yourself, tap into someone that you trust. Because life has really been taxing for Kennedy. And I'm grateful for my family and friends that are here for me. You know, calling. Do you need me to drive you to your daughter's appointment? Do you need food? How are you feeling today? Do you need anything? I can just come sit with you on the days that you're not feeling well. And I really appreciate it. And I'm very grateful. And so this mental health month has been a mental health month for me. And I'm very grateful to my therapist because she has been here along this journey with me also, and checking in to say, how are you doing? How are you feeling? And to say, okay, we have these tools and things that I can assist you so we can work along this. So I love her dearly. Shout out to my family and friends. My wonderful best friend, my 85-year-old grandmother, was like, I have somebody drive me up there. I don't want you in the hospital by yourself. And I had to be like, Grandma, calm down. I'm okay. They're on their way. They're going to be up here with me. They said, like, it's okay, girl. Because, baby, she was finna get on the phone tree. She did get on the phone tree, actually. And was, hey, Kay up there in the hospital, I need somebody to go lay eyes on her. And it was funny, but I do appreciate the love and support in the family phone tree because, baby, they did get on the family phone tree for me. So take care of yourself. Love yourself. Auntie Whitney told us, I will always love you. Okay? So if no one else loves you, just know that KLow loves you. Okay? I love you. I love myself. I want to make sure that you love yourself. Because when you love yourself, you put everything and your best foot forward to make sure that you succeed and you make it another day. So just remember, if nobody told you or tells you they love you, KLow loves you, all right? I thank you for being along this journey with me and all your love and support. Have a great day.